Hey there, welcome back. And yes, I am going to complain about the issue with the integrator not being awarded, but hopefully this is the last time. But there's some other good things to talk about. Let's get to it. So how safe is flying? So my wife just flew back from Philadelphia and to our most favorite airport, Tampa, probably because the weather's sunny and we're leaving the cold. And they lost an engine about halfway through. The flight arrived without incident, just took a long sweeping turn to land, and they were met with emergency vehicles, so you know, nothing really to speak of except that they spent, you know, half the flight with half power. And so I checked the news and, you know, see if there was any info on it. None. Zero. Nada. Nada. I can't find any information about it at all. So, okay, this flight was fine. This flight only had one engine, and the passengers really couldn't tell the difference until they touched down. And you know, touchdown was a little squirrely, but that wouldn't even, you wouldn't know if they didn't tell you that the engine was out. And what gets me is that I think we as a society are getting dangerously numb to safety issues. We have obvious tragedies. We see the numerous close calls. But how many planes are flying around with half their engines that we know nothing about? Unless you're one of the 180-ish passengers on a plane that is notified that we had to shut down an engine, you'd never know. How many close calls that show up that aren't newsworthy? These are all indicators, and as a flying public, we have absolutely no clue. The FAA has touted for years 0 commercial accidents, but hey, that metric is out the window. That is in file 13. As we don't have that anymore, we should know and have some indicator of how safe is it, other than the constant rhetoric that it's safer than driving or it's safer than crossing the street. I'd love to see some numbers. I'm not sure how we really know how safe it is. And that is the real problem. We have to wait for tragedies to figure things out. Why do we have to wait for these accidents? The FAA does have systems trying to do some analysis, which unfortunately, you know, isn't really cutting it. Even the NTSB thinks they're inadequate. So with a modernized system, a brand new air traffic control system on the way, the regulatory authority on the other side of the equation has certain responsibilities and also needs a huge refresh. The legislation that came about due to the Boeing MAX accidents is a start, but the FAA safety side needs to modernize just like the air traffic control side with extreme speed. So with a modernized system on its way for the air traffic side, we need to think about doing the same for the regulatory side. The regulatory authority has significant safety responsibilities, including the oversight of the air traffic control system. And although there is strong legislation that came about because of the Boeing MAX issues, the FAA safety side needs a modernization plan. So instead of using AI for creating memes and crap like that, how about we do something real with it and start using it to analyze how safe is the aviation system. I'm just asking for a friend. So both the Secretary and the FAA Administrator have been out and about, with the Secretary working very hard already to obtain the rest of the money to finish the brand new air traffic control system project. A cheap investment, as he would call it, for what it will do to the U.S. economy. Hear, hear. The Secretary is certainly doing his part in getting this vital component of the U.S. infrastructure to happen. This is fantastic. And the FAA Administrator has also been out talking about the new air traffic control system, stating the agency needs an ATC system based on iPad-like applications, and that the key will be to move from an analog National Airspace System to a digital NAS. Spot on, Mr. Administrator. Music to my ears. Now, Where is that integrator contract? That's what I want to know. It always seems to be tomorrow. I'm getting tired of betting on that it's going to happen. In my time here in DC this week, it seems like it should happen very soon. Fingers crossed. With every day a lost day in the schedule, it can't come soon enough. But the FAA is pressing on regardless, which is a double-edged sword. The integrator has penalties, and and being cut out of that, it seems kind of weird, but the FAA has awarded Avionics the next 55 sites to install their Flightline Surface Awareness System, which uses ADS-B data to display surface traffic to air traffic controllers at airports that don't have other surface surveillance tools like surface movement radars and things like that. Now, Avionics has received the initial award about 20 months ago, and they've made very successful implementations for about 14 airports since then. So 14, less than one a month. This award is for 55 more with a schedule that is just 12 months. That's a lot per month when they haven't shown that progress yet. So the FAA did this without the integrator. I'm wondering if they flowed down penalties for not making schedule or screwing things up or anything that happens if things don't go exceptional like they're expecting the integrator to do. Asking for another friend. And going off on a tangent again without the integrator, am I getting my point across that the FAA really doesn't seem to want an integrator to help them? Am I getting that a point across? Well, anyway, so without the integrator, the FAA has awarded, without competition mind you, a sole source contract worth over $500 million to a small company, Evans Consoles, for the design, manufacture, and delivery of specialized control room solutions, workstations, integrated technology systems to support air traffic control operations and other mission-critical functions. Certainly, Evans has a great track record at doing this kind of work. We are entering an age of a new ATC system, a brand new ATC system with new facilities, and very soon, new automation platforms. And the FAA has already decided, without any knowledge of that stuff, what it will look like, that Evans is the only company on the planet that can deliver. A small business, $500 million. That's usually a bad deal. That's B with a billion. Really? I'm asking for myself on this one. What are they thinking? As always, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe and the notification bell, and we will see you next time.